Hey there. So at this point in the Champion Activation course, our invitation is for you to submit and share your activation code draft with us at Champion in Command. We would love to give you feedback on it. And if you send us an email, team@championincommand.com, or send us a text message at 775 287 7087, we will be able to discuss current options with you for how we can give you feedback, because we do like to change it up, and depending on the time of year, we have some different opportunities that are available to you, so we can discuss what is currently an option. Now, the reason that I want to encourage you to actually take the step and do it, even though you might be thinking to yourself, well, I wrote it, it's probably pretty good, I think I'm okay moving forward, is because learning to speak in this empowered state, like the Attitude Spiral's empowered place, is just like learning a second language or a foreign language. And just like you might have benefited from getting some tutoring help with your Spanish or your German, your French, your Chinese, your Arabic, your whatever, in the same sort of way, it can really benefit you to have somebody look over the words that you've chosen and make sure that they genuinely and in fact are in an empowered or a high vibe, high frequency space. Because the next thing that we're going to ask you to do is to review and repeat your activation code on a daily basis. So it's kind of like committing a song to memory. And if you remember when you were younger and you listened to your favorite song on the radio, even all these years later, you can probably sing it back if you just hear a few bars of that song because you know it so well. And the goal is for you to actually discover and memorize your activation code in that same sort of way, where those messages and the confirmations about your life experience just become integrated as part of your own cellular memory. And the thing is, if you're repeating things that are either disempowering outright or still neutral, phrased in a neutral way, that's actually the bigger risk in this situation, you're going to commit that to memory, and then you're not actually rising to that empowered higher vibration space. And I can say for myself, when I was introduced to this process in the summer of 2023 with Craig, I intellectually understood in a lot of ways, like, yeah, I want to be empowered and I should say things in a way that's empowering. But actually doing that for me was very challenging at that point, because I was exiting decades, like 3+ decades of speaking to myself about my health, about my fitness, my nutrition, my schedule, my stress, my day, my clients, my work, all of these kinds of things in a way that was occasionally empowered, but most of the time, in fact, was neutral at best and sometimes disempowered. And it was only when Craig reflected that back to me and showed me exactly how I could shift certain phrases so that they were genuinely empowered that I started to understand how to speak that language of frequency, or the language of strength, that self-talk that is genuinely empowered. So I invite you to take this opportunity to reach out to us and discuss the options for you to get feedback on your activation code. Because yeah, you may understand intellectually what you're supposed to do, but actually implementing that the right way is another story, and it is a different issue. And especially because, as you'll see in the next lesson in this course, we're going to ask you to review it, listen to it daily, read it to yourself daily, or write it on a regular basis. It's really important to make sure that that is correct. Because I don't know about you, my background is in second language acquisition, and it's no fun to learn a mistake. If you memorize a mistake, it takes a lot longer to unlearn that mistake and learn it the right way. It becomes what we call a fossilized error. And we don't want you to have any kinds of fossilized errors in your activation code where you're just kind of crystallizing something that ultimately doesn't serve you in rising to those higher vibration frequencies. So hopefully this has been an inspiration enough for you to reach out. Look forward to talking to you soon.